Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a box office breakdown, preview, update on a couple of films. The most important bit of information, of course, would be the fact that Joker has now officially passed the $1 billion mark at the worldwide box office, the fourth Warner Brothers DC title to hit this benchmark, but I think it is easily the most impressive out of all of them because it was made for such a small amount of money. A lot of people were really just kind of writing it off as a film that would be able to make as much money as it has at this point in time. No one was predicting that it would, and now it is just, I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. I've been waiting for this day to happen for a lot of different reasons. One, because the film deserves it. The $1 billion club is something that is becoming a little bit too common nowadays, especially when you look at all the films that are reaching that club. A lot of them just really don't deserve it. A lot of them are just really bad films, really lazy films that are ending up getting it because the studios are really pushing for them and doing these marketing campaigns and are able to convince audiences and the normies to go see the films. And so it's really great to see a film that is just a genuinely good movie, like an objectively good movie, being as successful as it is, especially one that deals with a comic book story, which I really feel most comic book movies nowadays are really just dumbed down and really aren't all that great in the first place. This one, on the other hand, is new, it's original in its concept when it comes to how it deals with a comic book character, and it is freaking awesome. So this is, of course, being reported by Deadline. It says Warner Brothers has indeed now danced across the $1 billion global box office today, becoming the first rated R movie to ever hit the milestone. So there's a lot of reasons why this is an important thing. One, it's a DC film, it's a comic book movie hitting the $1 billion mark. It's also important because it's the first R-rated movie to ever do so. Not the first ever R-rated comic book movie, the first R-rated film, period. The reason why those films tend not to do as well because there's such a smaller audience for it. Only adults can actually go see it. The films that tend to make the multi-billions of dollars are where families can go, where you can go and bring your child and bring you bring your husband, wife, etc., all with you, and of course it's going to just create this gigantic amount of money. Joker did not have that ability because of its R rating, and I think it was a very well-deserved R rating too. I like that they didn't just go, oh, it's going to be R rated, we're going to push the boundaries a couple times. No, they go for it. In a couple of scenes you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is absolutely a rated R film. But the fact that this is an R-rated movie, and I know I'm excited for this too, River, is the fact that they did not get a release in China, and that to me is once again the best bit of information about all of this because screw China and their commie government. It's Warner Brothers' seventh film to cross the $1 billion mark behind Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which made 1.34, Aquaman at 1.1, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King at 1.1, Dark Knight Rises at over $1 billion. And then, of course, you have also Hobbit: Unexpected Journey and The Dark Knight as well. So it's in very good company there. I would say it's one of the strongest films in that category. I'd say right up against The Dark Knight as far as quality of film goes. Among Warner Bros. DC titles, Joker is the fourth to clear the $1 billion mark. A few weeks ago, Joker flew past The Matrix, Reloaded, and Deadpool 2 as the highest-grossing R-rated pick of all time. And now, not only is it the highest-grossing R-rated pick, it's the only pick to ever, rated R film to ever reach the $1 billion mark as well. This is incredible. In a stunning turn, the Todd Phillips-directed origin story joins The Dark Knight and Pirates of the Caribbean as films to reach such a figure without the benefit of a China release during their original runs. The global cumulative through Thursday is $999.1 million, with 317 million stateside through yesterday. So as you can see, there's a reason why you're not seeing you're not seeing places like, for example, the numbers.com having that officials because we don't have the actual numbers in yet. But basically, at this point in time, since through Thursday globally, it's $900,000 away from reaching it. It's guaranteed to at least get about $1 million. I mean, keep in mind that they're expecting it to get at least a few $1 million this weekend from the United States and the domestic market alone. So this film is essentially guaranteed at this point. I'm wondering if they are calculating what it's about to make, what it has already made today. I'm assuming that the reason why they're coming out with these headlines is because it made 99.1 million from the last night, and they're including numbers for today, which based on previous amounts, based on pre-sales, etc., it would have added up to around $900,000 at the very least, which is why they're reporting it as such. So it's very, very exciting news, and I'm very excited to be reporting it. But there's other bits of information going on as well with the box office, and I figured, obviously the Joker is the most important part, at least to me, but this is going to be quite interesting because we also have some early numbers for Ford v. Ferrari and the Charlie's Angels reboot. So if you see here, Ford v. Ferrari had a pretty decent Thursday opening. Keep in mind that this is not a giant, big budget blockbuster film that everyone and their mom is going to see. but it's still doing pretty well for a Thursday night release for a non-franchise, non-comic book-esque film at $2.1 million. That's pretty respectable. It's not, again, blowing anyone's socks off, but it's pretty cool. Charlie's Angels, on the other hand, only made $900,000. Yeah, that's right. Charlie's Angels reboot, the film that no one asked for, made $900,000. Last Christmas, which is now been out for 7 days, made $800,000. Dr. Sleep, which has also been out for a week, $785,000. So what I find interesting about all of this is that Charlie's Angels is barely making more than films that have been out for a week. Oh, that does not bode well for you this weekend, and I hope and pray you epically fail, because after everything I've been seeing in the commercials, hearing from the directors and actors, and of course hearing from the early reviews of the film, it sounds woke as F. And I don't think those films deserve to make money, and I hope that Hollywood finally gets the message that stop remaking movies just to make them woke, because nobody wants it. No one is asking for it. Boom, case in point, $900,000 on your opening night. How about them apples? For Ferrari, that's the only numbers that we have coming in right now for is the $2.1 million. It is expected to come in at number 1 this weekend, though, and it's a solid film. I saw it last night. If you want to see a review of the film, on the, I put up a review over on the Welcome to Asgard channel. Click the eye above my head if you've not followed the secondary channel. That's where I put up vlogs, and I do a lot of movie reviews after I see them in vlog format, which is why you'll find most of my movie reviews nowadays over on that channel. I also re-upload the live streams as podcasts over there as well, and there's a lot of other cool things going on. And I'm going to try and do more as the weeks go on, especially as I just got myself a nice yearly popcorn bucket from AMC to motivate me to actually go to see more movies, because I have it and I want to make sure that it does pay for itself over time, because I do love having some popcorn as watching a movie. Charlie's Angels, $900,000 is the only number for it, and it's not going to make much more. By that, of course, I mean it's going to make a few $1 million, of course, but oh Lord. Just look at the poster alone. I'm just like, yeah, that's not exactly what anyone really wants in a movie nowadays. Now, this, on the other hand, Joker, absolutely. Again, 999.1 million is the official number as of last night. And it is indeed crossing the $1 billion mark as of today. So that's why everyone and their mom is now reporting on it. But it's great when great films make money, when films with a lot of potential and really solid films like this make money, and when films like this with no originality, no potential, and wokeness utterly fail. Love it. Hope this film comes in at number 3, 4, 5. It would be great if it just made $900,000. Of course, it'll make more than that. But man, it's great to see this film not making nearly as much as some people thought it might, because, oh my gosh, everyone wants this nowadays. It's a new generation. It's 2019. Which is the reason why we don't want it. Because we're tired of it. We're tired of the politics. We're tired of being pushed. We're tired of being called all the names in the book, when in reality, we just are people that want good movies, like Joker, like Ford v. Ferrari, like Alita Battle Angel. But sadly, we can't get enough of them. Anyway, what are y'all thoughts about this? Are you excited for the fact that Joker has now crossed the $1 billion mark? Take that, John Campea. For anyone that does not understand the reference as to why I keep on calling out John Campea, the reason why is because John Campea several times on his channel said prior to this, oh, it'll never reach $1 billion. It'll never reach $1 billion. It's slowing down too much. It'll never reach $1 billion. It's the same guy who said the same thing about Aquaman, same one that said that Aquaman wouldn't make any money at all. And I think that it's important for us to call that out, because this is a man that thinks he's just, is River trying to eat my trash? Gotta keep her from eating my trash. Don't stop eating the trash. I know that you want attention, but you can't eat the trash. But anyway, that's the reason why I keep calling him out, because I think it deserves to happen, because he's not really the kind of guy that comes out and says, oh, mea culpa, I made a mistake, I messed up. He doesn't really do that very often. And as someone that makes very few mistakes, but every time I do make a mistake, I automatically go, oh, yep, I was wrong. You are correct. It'd be really great to see that from him and from other people, like the people over at Collider. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this stuff and all the things we talked about in the comment section below. If you like this video, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. It helps me a lot. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.